Hello world, this is ComputerHeat. Another Hello World series shoutcast. Just a solo one right now because I wanted to get through a couple of user submitted replays and or viewer submitted replays. And so we'll see how some of these are. So this is one, well, I won't say who it's sent in by, but a guy named Justin. There. Hopefully that won't reveal too much about it. Anyway, Soviets versus OKW on Legles Breakout. This is, I don't know, I think generally kind of considered an Allies favored map, but, oh, we have Salvage Doctrine, or Scavenge Doctrine picked right away by OKW. And looks like nothing particularly unusual yet from either player. MrSir's got, what's he got available to him? Advanced Warfare, Anti-Infantry, and Partisan Tactics. Those could all be quite good on this map. All the buildings, you can have partisans popping out everywhere to harass, and Advanced Warfare is just generally good in 1v1. On a map like this, where there are lots of buildings that you can sneak around, you can get a lot of good use out of the PPSH upgrades, plus the ability to have radio intercepts and the conscript repair kit, and of course the T-34-85s. They're all very, very strong. But the strafe I'm not crazy about, but I suppose you can make good use of it. Nice early sandbags going down from the conscripts on the fuel point, although honestly the placement is not that good. You don't want the sandbag to allow your opponent to stand inside of it. Of course, the angles that the sandbags are available, although a squad of OKW could stand right here where I've got my cursor, it's unlikely that MrSir is going to be attacking from either this direction or this direction, which is where he would get the most benefit. So both of the players kind of got mirror build orders going, or mirror capping orders happening, and the first fight is happening right now between the squad of Stern Pioneers and the conscripts. Conscripts are just backing away and taking damage. Looks like they're maybe going to jump into a house, and I have no idea how many windows this house had. Just one window on that side. That's not good. The conscripts are just going to continue taking damage. Now there's another squad available to help back them up, and the Stern Pioneers back away, taking a fair bit of damage. Ooh, a quick casualty as well. MrSir's gotten his munitions point taken, and the Volksgrenadiers are now trying to take the fuel point on the left. And no victory points yet under control for MrSir. Looks like he'll hop in and maybe be able to stop this cap, but nope, looks like Tyrom's going to get that under his control. And MrSir needs to get these guys out of the house and have them start moving around doing something useful. This is a decent house. How many windows does it have on this side? Yeah, enough for pretty much the entire squad to keep shooting out through the front. Having them overlooking this munitions point will keep it out of the Axis hands for a little bit longer. And MrSir is about to have the VPs going in his direction. Early mine going down on the gap. The entrance to that square with the battle group headquarters completed after just 3 Volksgrenadiers. Not bad. Very defensive location for that. Which, I mean, you can try to put it up in this area is not bad. It's difficult to get an AT gun, like a ZIS gun. It's very difficult to get an angle on that structure. So if you want to go for the retreat point unlock, it's a good spot to put it. Very cautious advancing from tirom, and at the same time, MrSir is. Both players are just kind of trading territories. It would be nice if these conscripts would run up and try to decap this point up here, and just stop the fuel from going to his into his opponent. But he may just want to make really sure that he's keeping the munitions out of the OKW player's hands. And we got tier 2 going up in the base. Tyrom's floating quite a bit of manpower right now. He's not getting anything for his army. Not really sure why he's doing that. Let's see how far away is he from getting his next truck. More than a minute. We got fights on the left and fights on the right. Ooh, a lot of damage onto the house from a grenade. And the Stern Pioneers, they need to retreat. Off they go. And and they may even take another casualty as they retreat. But that squad's not going to go down. Combat engineers sitting idle in the base. Be nice to see a flamethrower on them. And a Maxim is in production, so that's a good choice. What do we have for tirom? Still nothing new yet. That's the problem, I guess, when you go for an early tier 1 is a lot of the things that come out of there are not all that great. And the IG, the infantry support gun, can be useful, but it's really situational, and you have to get quite lucky with it. Also, what else is in? What else we got in tier 1? Nothing else is happening. Yeah, the IR half-track, not going to be particularly useful, and he's not going to want to spend his fuel yet on something like a Jagdpanzer. Not at this point of the match. So he's a bit limited in what he can get. He might be holding out to get some Jaeger light infantry, in which case he needs to just like start picking some fights. Start getting the CPs going up. Move into cover. Move into cover. There we go. Stern Pioneers, long range against the conscripts. That fight will favor the conscripts, and they've already knocked one of the guys out of that squad. And the Volksgrenadiers are lucky and not getting eliminated by that mine as they retreat. I'm not sure where. I think there was another mine that went down somewhere. And I think we're going to see the supply half-track try to turn into tier 4 up. Okay, it's going to turn to tier 4 all the way down there. It's a bit risky. That is a spot that's pretty easy to hit with an AT gun. Oftentimes you'll see the OKW player put the tier 4 over in this area, which is hard to get a good angle on. And but obviously you need to have a little more territory under your control. And so we do have a commander pick anti-infantry tactics, which I think is a pretty cool one. Gives you the propaganda artillery, flame artillery, and KV-8, and shock troops and recon flight, which, I don't know, I always consider this one of the, like, troll tactics. Commanders, you can prop war all the infantry and meet them back at the base with a flame strike and a KV-8. A little bit of damage is done to the tier 4. It's at about 2/3 health right now, and we do finally have some Jaeger light infantry, so it looks like that's what tirom was holding out for. So yeah, that's one of the squads that can pop out of houses, and I think that MrSir, if he hasn't already gotten it yet, he's going to need to get. Okay, so he does have his medics up, and he's going to need that to prevent lots of quick sniper death crits from going in onto his squads from the multiple Jaeger light infantry squads. Now, one thing that MrSir did do is get he got AT grenades way before he saw any kind of vehicle, which is really unnecessary. That's 25 fuel, which is not going to be going towards an early shock vehicle of any kind for him. And I think this is a great, well, when you're playing against OKW, if they go tier 1, tier 4, then going for quick tier 2 directly into tier 3 and getting a T70 or really anything out of there can be quite useful. This could be a really nasty grenade, but tirom is lucky it explodes without doing too much damage. I actually thought that was going to kill the entire squad. They retreat on back to base. And map control is falling very much to MrSir's favor. You can see that I mean, tirom didn't want to over-invest in things like Volksgrenadiers. He was clearly waiting to get himself some Jaeger light infantry, and now he's going for Oversoldaten. And by the way, this is the time where if MrSir had invested in like a quick T70, he could be scoring really nasty squad wipes against all of these. You see his opponent's got one squad of Panzerschrecks, but I don't think there are any mines. These other squads are not upgrading with Panzerschrecks. He'll be able to upgrade another one now, but the Jaeger light infantry, yeah, they can't do anything at all against vehicles. Oversoldaten can't do anything against vehicles, and you can just push and bully squads around, you know, at your leisure, without fear of getting a damaged engine, and just retreat out of there with your T70 if it ever gets in danger of going down to Panzerschrecks. Anyway, that's my advice. MrSir is playing very passively in the middle, and it's letting his opponent take back both the wings of the map. He does still control the center, and I'm surprised the Schwerer Panzer headquarters isn't attacking. Okay, there it goes. We saw the first use of infiltration grenades from Tyrom's Volksgrenadiers. Yeah, I like... Where is this Maxim? Up in this house. AT gun is now in position to start firing onto the Schwerer Panzer headquarters, and having it behind this. Well, it's nice that it's behind this these sandbags. I'm not really sure how well it's going to be able to hit the Schwerer Panzer headquarters, since there's a dip in the road. Barrage goes off. Could. Okay, it looks like he's firing on the Schwerer Panzer headquarters. I thought he might be firing it directly on top of these Obersoldaten. See how much better the the AT gun is faring compared to how it usually does against Obersoldaten, but I think it's going to get cleared out momentarily. Yeah, down it goes to the Sturm Pioneers, and the Obersoldaten plus Sturm Pioneers are going to be able to chase off this infantry. Maybe not with the Maxim firing on them. Oh, conscripts in the house are in a bit of trouble. The shock troops are forced to retreat by the Sturm Pioneers, and this AT gun's getting recrewed, but I don't like its chance. I still don't like the chances against these Obersoldaten. Oh man, I'm sorry I missed that. Looks like that was a squad of Volksgrenadiers in the house. What the hell? Did they all get killed by the barrage? Maybe they were coming out the door. Sorry, I missed that. Tirom is beginning to roll his opponent back slowly but steadily. He's taking the munitions point on the left, and he's about to have, well, he's not actually going to have his opponent cut off. Taking that point is certainly a nuisance, and lets you know that your opponent is right on top of you. Machine gun is about to get, oh my god, so much damage on that house from the infiltration grenades. Only 10 munitions, but they are great for getting squads out of houses. I think it's a big mistake that this conscript squad has been left in there. It could have been helping to fight in the middle, or just capping and harassing elsewhere on the map. But I don't think these squads are going to do too well if they have to retreat. These conscripts are nearly dead. They'll probably get instantly killed by the Volksgrenadiers right here. Yeah, and just cut down. The machine gun might suffer the same fate if it's unlucky. Shock troops will force the Volksgrenadiers to do something, right? Okay, yeah, retreat. They're getting a little hung up. Off they go back to base. Jaeger Light Infantry about to take down the right side of the map, and there are 3 squads of Jaeger Light Infantry. It looks pretty clearly like Tirom is going for a Panther. I'll just say once again, if your opponent's making a whole bunch of infantry and trying to hold out for a Panther, good idea to try to get a shock vehicle that can just do significant damage to the enemy infantry. Fighting the Panther always difficult. Don't think there are any mines around. Looked like Tier 4 was about to begin construction down in MrSir's base, and he's really probably going to need something, yeah, like an Su-85. Jaeger Light Infantry and Obersoldaten are very, very strong against infantry and will quickly clear out a Zis gun. And we see MrSir is beginning to take back parts of the map. We're about to get triple capped, however, and these shock troops are not really in their natural element. They throw a smoke grenade to get themselves some more room to work. And, oh, the Jaeger Light Infantry come right up into close range, exactly where they don't want to be against shock troops. More squads coming up into the center of the map. The Maxim gets into the house, and wow, Molotovs. I didn't see those coming. Okay, once again, any kind of vehicle delayed even further. Perhaps MrSir is holding out to get himself a KV-8. Oh, Maxim destroyed in the house. And and these shock troops are also at risk of going down. This house could just straight up get destroyed by the Panzerschreck, and that would be a terrible loss. Incendiary artillery comes in, forces infantry to move, but I don't think it's going to cause any damage. And tirom has convincingly repelled that attack. There's a mortar set up as well, but it's going to get killed by this, killed or at least forced to move by this Obersoldaten. They may even throw a grenade on top of it. Looks like they're not even going to bother. Propaganda artillery used on the infantry up at the top. I have no idea why. It's not a very good time to use it. And looks like the mortar is going to escape. Yeah, propaganda artillery is cool, but you kind of want to use it in during an attack. Yeah, we see one squad is forced to retreat, and 2 others are left pinned. The Obersoldaten are able to move up and retake the munitions point. The shock troops throw a smoke grenade, not totally sure why, and able to come into the center. So maybe they were trying to obviously trying to conceal their advance, but probably throwing the smoke grenade just gave his opponent a better idea of where he was. So you can see that MrSir has lost almost all of his conscript squads. He's just been a little bit slow in retreating them, and leaving them in houses too long as squads have been throwing grenades at him. It's good to learn how to quickly get out of houses. Just click on them and then start smashing down on the ungarrison button, which if you're using grid keys is Q. And very, very dominant map presence for the OKW. Tyrom's got his opponent triple capped, got his Panther out, and yeah, with just 1 AT gun, 2 squads of shock troops, a mortar, and some combat engineers, MrSir is going to have a really hard time against this. He needs to make something happen soon or he's going to get choked out. He's pushing hard for the right side, and you see tirom is putting down some mines right back in the same crater where he put some mines before. Oh, mortar sets up under fire from the Obersoldaten. At least I guess it's drawing the fire from them, which lets the shock troops get in to close the distance. Combat engineers trip the mine. Oh no, the combat engineers set off a mine right as the as the Sturm Pioneers were standing on top of it. So that mine got that mine exploded, killed 2 combat engineers, but killed the entire squad of Sturm Pios. That's unfortunate. KV-8 has arrived, and plane crash. And KV-8's arrived, but the Panther hard counters the KV-8. It's gonna need to be backed up very nicely. Whoa! Friendly fire from the grenades. KV-8's doing KV-8's doing a crap ton of damage to these these Volksgrenadiers. That's the only squad with a Panzerschreck. If they go down, especially if they go down and drop their Panzerschreck, it's gonna be a big loss for tirom. Tirom lost another squad on retreat. The Volksgrenadiers go down. This is just, yeah. He's stolen the Zis gun, but he's probably gonna end up losing his Volksgrenadier squads as they retreat through 2 squads of shock troopers. AT gun is cleared. MrSir may choose to recrew that with AT grenade in the rear armor of the from the Panther, from the conscripts, hiding up here, almost invisible to me. Put a damaged engine on the Panther, and the shock troop crewed AT gun is going to come up and do damage to that as well. Oh man, it might not be able to make it out of there. It's going pretty slowly, and this AT gun's going to be able to get at least 1 good shot on it. Jaeger Light Infantry are about to execute this conscript squad, and the Panther is slowly crawling back to friendly lines, but there's actually nothing to repair it. The Sturm Pioneers went down, and the repair truck has not been built. So, oh my god! The conscripts just killed the Panther with an AT grenade. Hell yeah. So, wow. Tirom is in trouble. MrSir gets himself another squad of shock troops, which, you know, I guess he just wanted to get something out immediately. He needs to start taking back the map so that his opponent can't get himself another Panther soon. And if he does that, then get this KV-8 repaired, maybe get another KV-8 and rush the Schwerer headquarters. He could conceivably destroy it before another Panther arrives, and there's definitely not going to be another Panther anytime soon. Tyrum's like, okay, I'm going to have to rely on infantry, anti-tank, and get the Ostwind instead. Not sure the Ostwind, I think he'd be better off waiting for another Panther. The Ostwind's awesome against infantry and good against planes, although, I mean, shoot down recon flights. That's not really particularly helpful. But he may just be hoping to have the match end before that even becomes an issue. He's getting a Rakettenwerfer, and yeah, the mortar's been killed. Another squad of shock troopers died, and this KVA is going to be getting repaired for quite a while. MrSir's only got 7 fuel income, so I'm getting a. It's going to be almost 3 minutes before he has enough fuel for another KV-8 if that's what he wants to get. This KV-8 should be able to stop any kind of map harassment by itself. If he gets too aggressive with it, he could end up getting a damaged engine and then lose it to this gun firing from friendly lines. Actually, that would have been a good move right there from MrSir, but he doesn't have enough munitions. MrSir really getting just choked right now. He's only got 2 sectors to his name outside of his base, no VPs under his control. He's draining fast. At this rate, if he doesn't get anything, if he doesn't get another VP out of enemy hands, this match is going to be over in about 2.5 minutes. Tyrum's sitting pretty with his infantry. He's about to get himself some new Storm Pioneers as well, and he has gotten the Rakettenwerfers, which they don't do particularly well against the KV-8. They have a tendency to bounce on it, and the KV-8 is so strong against infantry that it'll just burn them up before they can get off enough shots to really do some damage to it. What else do we have going on? Yeah, I think maybe if you didn't have the patience to wait for another Panther, then he could have gotten a Jagdpanzer, which is easily enough to handle the KV-8, and honestly, the Panther should have been as well. He's got a little too aggressive with it and too careless with his infantry squads. Sturmpires are up, and it looks like MrSir is getting ready to attack the right VP again. This could actually be a pretty nice move for him to end up right on top of these Obersoldaten. The shock troops can get right up next to them. Throw a grenade into the building. Here goes the grenade. Oh, the Obersoldaten jump out directly in front of the shock troops, and now the flamethrower is probably going to kill them instantly. And whoa, these shock troopers don't know what to. Yeah, they decide to run off. Good move. We have here the 105mm howitzer barrage. These shock troops should probably move. Oh, they got lucky there. We'll see how well this Rakettenwerfer does against the KV-8. My guess is going to be not too well. It should back up a little bit. The Rakettenwerfer fires once. KV-8 takes a fair bit of damage. Something else hit it as well. I didn't think it would get penetrated quite so badly. Yeah, there's another Rakettenwerfer. Second KV-8 has arrived. It's rolling up into the middle of the map. This KV-8 could be in a bit of trouble. Storm Pioneers are tasked to recrew the Rakettenwerfer. They could go down here to the Bet 3 conscripts. Oh no! Don't get into this house. Rakettenwerfer at the top is cleared. The other one probably gonna go down. Oh, it's getting shot at by everything right now, and oh man. Ostwind is down, and there's nothing stopping these KV-8s from rolling up and taking out the Schwerpanzer headquarters. The only piece of anti-tank available for tirom right now is this one squad of Volksgrenadiers. They're on the wrong side of the map, and I don't even know if the Schwerpanzer headquarters is... it looks like it is able to very, very seldom penetrate the frontal armor of the KV-8, and oh boy. Yeah, man, these KV-8s should just go for it and take down the rest of the base. Everybody loves a good annihilation win. Yeah, one KV-8, tirom might be able to do some fancy maneuvering and deal with that, but two of them is going to be definitely too much. The only thing he has going for him is the MrSir doesn't have enough to be able to call in incendiary artillery barrage as well. Oh man, Volksgrenadiers retreat. Almost too late to survive that. And KV-8s both getting repairs. Again, I think they should just push. There's a Raketenwerfer and the one Raketenwerfer and the one Volksgrenadier squad. Oh, you Schwerpanzer headquarters. Gah, get a Jagdpanzer! Okay, so, I think this is kind of a game... This is kind of a mistake that can lose you the game if it doesn't work. tirom really needs to just get the VPs under his control. I think that's the way he's gonna need to win. I mean, these KV-8s are so strong against the infantry right now. By spending so much fuel, spending 80 fuel on the... by spending 80 fuel on making a new Schwerpanzer headquarters. tirom is just kind of assured that he will not be able to get any other vehicles. Yeah, if he wants to get a Panzer, if he wants to get himself a Panther, that's another 100 fuel on top of what he's got. He would have been able to afford a Jagdpanzer, which easily could have dealt with both of the KV-8s, only facing a threat from the Zist gun, which, well, you know, that's what the Jaeger Light Infantry and the Obersoldaten are for. No, bye-bye, Obersoldaten. Alright, keep going. Just drive it all the way home. Oh! Obersoldaten dies, dropping its machine gun in the process. And MrSir has, yeah, definitively taken the center of the map. See if this KV-8 can repel the entirety of the anti-tank in the OKW arsenal right now. Oh. Raketenwerfer's in a bit of trouble, and I really hope that this KV-8 is changing direction to go into the base. Oh. Raketenwerfer gets out just in time before the house collapses. Combat engineers sitting all by their lonesome to hold the right side of the map. And yeah, I mean, MrSir cannot afford to lose any VPs. He's down to 28. He can just put one, if he wants to just buy himself time, he can put one KV-8 on the right and one KV-8 in the middle, and the church is on fire. Now unable to be occupied and collapses. This KV-8 looks like he's going for it. Gonna quickly take down this Raketenwerfer. Probably won't even be able to get a shot off. It's moving with such a long setup time that KV-8 this close can easily, yeah, move out of the way of any incoming shots. Shock troopers are gonna finish off those. Oh boy, shock troopers chase off the whatever those guys are called. I can't even remember. I'm paying too much attention to the nice flame effect from the KV-8. Yeah. The Schwerpanzer headquarters might actually get destroyed, but I think the Raketenwerfer is going to be able to chase it off. Oh, smoke grenade to stop the Raketenwerfer from firing. And will this KV-8 actually escape? I can't believe it's moving so fast. Never underestimate long-distance Panzer Shreks, however. Looks like that KV-8. Yeah, it needs to go all the way back to base. But MrSir still has two still has two KV-8s. His opponent just has infantry and a Rakettenwerfer. Oh boy. He can afford to get himself another Austrian, which would be absolutely suicide if he does. I'll say it again. Oh my god. He did go for the Austrian. Alright. Let's see if he can make it work. I sort of doubt it. He needed that Jagdpanzer. Oh, big hit from the AT gun. Kills like 4 guys. And now there's really nothing that tirom can do to come back into this game. He's left with one piece of anti-tank, this solitary Rakettenwerfer. He doesn't even have anything to put a damaged engine onto the Austrian, or onto the KV-8. KV-8's just gonna burn this thing down from the front. He uses a Jaeger light infantry squad to recrew another Rakettenwerfer. It gets one shot off, but it's now gonna get flanked, and down it goes. Down it goes. Put the shot right on the shot there. Nope, it's cleared out, and MrSir can push onto the base at his leisure if he decides. Wow. So as one final FU to his opponent, tirom drives over the wreckage. Now, I didn't see tirom actually do any salvaging in this match. He could have salvaged this building, and he could have salvaged this wreckage. If this airplane crashes into the base, it's going to be just one. That will be the final fat middle finger. Rakettenwerfer somehow is still alive. Oh, cleared out. Austrian's not even trying to get in rear armor shots. Shock troops and the Zis gun are moving up as well, and this KV-8 can just continue killing everything as it likes. So there we go. Fun little game from MrSir. Thank you for sending this in. It was, probably guessed he was the one who submitted this replay, and yeah, I think tirom was a bit too locked into to a specific build order and didn't show very much flexibility once things didn't start going to plan. The Jagdpanzer would have helped. Obviously, not losing his infantry squads and his Panther so quickly would have been helpful. But I don't think this didn't have to end this way. But congratulations to MrSir for pulling that one out. That looked pretty hopeless there for a while. It's down to just like one squad of shock troops and a Zis gun. But yeah, now cut to some music, and we'll have a new game up in just a moment.